Okay, we're going to go doing some beating on some gears here. I'm going to blow this up a little bit so you can see better. Whoa, that should be close enough. Alright, we're going to go in here and we're going to modify this a little bit. So I think this is the bad side over here, so I'm going to change this over to this location. Centered. 70. 92. 22 thou out. This is the high spot because it goes that direction. So I'm going to screw up some tapers here by beating on this, but that's alright. So I'm going to hit it right here and beat the tar out of it. And see if we can move it. Get this out of the way. So, if you use a steel hammer, you can break stuff. So, the sharp bounce will bounce back, and a lot of times it'll bend it more the wrong direction because the recussion wave is stronger than the hit wave. It does that at times. So, if you use a live hammer, you'd be on there all day doing nothing. All you'd be doing is tearing up the shaft. This one here would be enough to do some damage. And when you use a dead blow, lead, that has a lot of mass, so it pushes really hard. It bends it, but you don't have much spring back because it absorbs the hit a lot. So that's the preferred instrument for destruction around here. And if we use a nice piece of aluminum, it's soft, so it won't damage the steel when you beat that tar out of it. Now if the shaft breaks off, it's going to go straight down. So we're going to give it a little love tap there. We were at 22 thou. I can see it didn't really do much difference. Hammer's out of my way. Let's see if we can get this squared up better. Okay, it looks like it bent more than 22 now. I'm guessing it moved a lot in the other direction. Oh yeah, we're at 60 that way, and no, it's still 82. 60, 80, it's still 22, so I didn't do squat. I'm going to put a mark in so I know where I'm hitting on it. That way, if it moves, we will see the movement. So I'm hitting right there. Okay, so nice firm hit. It looks worse, doesn't it? It's still high in the high spot though. So this is not really helping me any. I think I'm going to have to get more forceful. $63, 78, so it hasn't moved any. It's pretty bad. Took a lot of force to do what we did, the damage on this thing. Alright, this is not really a real strong setup I'm using here, so don't want to get too carried away on beating the tar. Usually I use my truing stand over there, but this is pretty bad. It's pretty flexible. I need some support right here so I can really wail on it and get some damage done to it. So if I put some blocks under here to shim that up, you won't have all this flux out here and you can get a serious impact on it. Or you take it over the hydraulic press and you just push on the damn thing and bend the damn thing where you need to, which is what I think I'm going to do. The hydraulic press will tend to break things more than doing it with hitting on it. We got so far to go, it's a lot. Let's go over there and see what we can do over there. Let's go see if we can make some damage over here on the other side of the equipment over here. Now we got our own truing stand right here also. It's called 2 parallels. So as you go like this, you can see it wobbling. You hear it go ooh, ooh, ooh. So when it's straight, it'll go straight across without bending. Alright, so in order to bend this, we got to get something on here we can bend with. So this here looks like a nice fixture already pre-made. I like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. And over here, we just have a chunk of material laying around. Oh, that's perfect. Fits right on there. Okay, we got a bending tool. Bending fixture. Okay, you put your edge straight up, which is right there, and I'm going to bend it here. So I'm going to put a piece of metal on there, preferably another piece of aluminum. What do I got? Aluminum pieces. I don't have any scrap laying around. I got one of my good blocks, but that bends them up. I'm going to use this piece of crap right here. We'll use a little triangle point. And we'll just push kind of here and right here. I don't want to bend in the middle because I want to bend this more than this, but I don't know where it's bent. If this side's bent, you bend in the middle. I actually think both sides are bent, so I'm going to bend it a little bit more toward the middle. We'll just go right there, push on that a little bit. Put a little love pressure on there and see what happens. Alright, so now I got to figure out how much pressure we want to put on it. We don't know what it's going to take to bend it. It's 2 tons, it's pretty soft. I don't think 2 tons is going to do anything to straighten that. It's like a V-block right here, it's pretty neat. Looks like it took a lot of it out, really. Surprisingly. I took out more than I wanted. That was only 2 tons of pressure. I was surprised it moved that much. Obviously, this setup over here is really flexible. The impact of the hammer wasn't doing anything. It was just springing around a little bit. Okay, let's go see what we got now. So we have a mark, we know where we're at, and we know what we got right now. Oh no, it's still bent. Okay, let's go back over here, see what we got. Right there in our high spot. Low spot is right here. Put that at 50. 20. And it's still high in the same spot. Okay, so we took out 2 thou. 2 thou with 2 tons pressure. So that means we need more than 2 tons of pressure. Now we know it was moving at 2 tons because it moved. So if you put 3 tons on it, you might move a bunch. So you don't know. So you have to step it up a little at a time and figure out what pressure it takes to bend it. We got a nice little setup here though, so that's nice. Put that right in there like that. It's worked really nice actually. It's 2.5 tons of pressure. There's 3. that slid way down. It was in the wrong spot. I was on the wrong spline, so it's bent in the wrong spot. That will change where it bent at. Rotate it over 20 degrees from where it should have been. I could make it bend easier though, because it's in a different plane than what it was bent in. So, but that's not what the intention was. Still looks pretty bad. Okay, let's see what we got this time. Here's our high spot. Okay, 50. And we're about 68, and a little over 68. And we're about the same spot in the high spot, so it didn't really affect it too much. So that was 3 tons of pressure. So now we know we want at least 3 tons of pressure. We need probably more than 3. So we'll step up to 4. This time we'll bend it on center though. So this time we go over this side over here, make sure we're doing the right thing. Okay, straight up and down. There's 3. It's not really going to 4. There's a lot of flex in there. I can see it's not really bending, so got a lot of give right here. This is giving a lot, so I gotta get more area. That's why it's not building up pressure. Okay, mark is up. There's 5 tons. So you got a little gauge over here. So you go up to 5 tons. And you see what happens. If that doesn't work, we go higher tonnage. At some point, something's going to happen. We're definitely bending that. Okay, now just rotate this and see if it looks like it got square, straighter. It looks like it moved a little bit on the center line. So let's go over and check it. It looks like it's a little bit closer too. I would guess it probably moved about 5 thousandths, so it's probably 12 to 13 out. And it looks like it's over here now instead of on top. But you don't know until you check it. That's why you check it. Looks like about the same spot. There's 50. Nope, it's 18 thou. Hasn't really changed. So you rotate it. Right there at 50 or so. And about 68. And the high spot is slightly over, but not by much. So it's pretty much the same. So that was 5 tons of pressure. So we're going to give it some more. Now what's it look like over here on the other side? Still good, mainly it's over there. I'm looking at the spin over here and it looks like it's pretty consistent on this other side. So when you spin it, you can look at this side right here. You can definitely tell it's bent right there. You look over here and it looks like it's still bent, but it looks like this and this are moving together. So the air is way down here, and if you look across it gets worse as you go. So I think that's what the problem is. Alright, we'll go until the battery dies. Battery's getting ready to die. Alright, go ahead and do this again. So we're up to 5 tons of pressure, so we're gonna go some more. We'll just keep raising that pressure on up until we start seeing some actual movement here. I do like this setup though, it's like it was made for it. Okay. So I'm going to support this fully over so it won't bend too much on this surface. Okay, right there. There's 6 tons. Definitely still bent. Doesn't want to get up to 7. Oh, it moved. It's definitely off center now. Still out pretty far, but it's in a different spot. It got to about 7.5 tons, and that's as far as I was getting with it. Still looks like it's way the hell out. That's why you put on a real gauge, because it looks, eyes are deceiving. Oh, it's better. So here's our 50. So you put it right on 50, right there. The light's probably hurting you on this. And you rotate it up, 60, yeah, not quite 65, about 64. And it's still in the same spot. You can see the black mark. It didn't change center. It got better. So it's taken 7.5 tons to make a difference, but we need more tonnage. It's definitely helping though. Oop. So it's a step in the right direction. See, that's how much tons is between those transmission main shafts when they break and bend the shafts and blow the case and break all the teeth off. It's more than 7 tons of force. Well, the cast aluminum cases don't take that kind of pressure before they break. That's why the cases break. Mine's pretty beefed up in there, so it takes the abuse, but it's definitely hard on the parts. But, oh well. So we just keep going. At some point it's either going to straighten or it's going to break, so either way it's no good the way it is, so it doesn't really matter. It's going to be one or the other. We'll just keep on it. I'm going to move it over a little bit more this way. Okay, right there. Probably should put more pressure on this side. If I put 7/10 on that side, it's going to bend more than if it's on the other side. The other thing I'm doing, I need to get more on the outside edge here. That way it's going to get more pressure on the shaft to bend it. Nah, I don't want to bend it there. I want to bend it there. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, high spot is up. There's 8.5 tons. Oh, that heard a crack. Thought I heard something snap. A little pop. That means it's cracked. It might break. It's probably straight and shit. You develop cracks. This has a nice radius in here though, so let's see what that noise was I heard. I was up to 9.5 tons, I think. Oh yeah, we got activity now. Oh, that's looking a lot better now. Okay. Oh yeah, runnable now. Look how straight that is now. Couple foul. See, this side looks good over here now too. Okay, so did we go too much or the same spot? It's pretty much the same spot. Right there. Yeah, it's a little bit over here now. It's slightly over here now. It changed. So I'll center a little bit. Put a little tension on this. It's got a pretty big sweet spot. It's anywhere near the sweet spot, so it definitely moved over. Oh, wrong direction. Go that way. Okay, so we're going to have the sweet spot is right here now. So now we're going to go to beaten because we don't want to move it very much. Now if it's snapped in there, it'll probably break. So I heard a little pop, so those are not good signs when you hear pops. So we'll see how bad it is. We don't know how bad the pop was. Okay, we know it's 2 thou out, so we're just going here and give it a little one of those. Right there. Too much pressure. Same spot. About the same amount. Didn't really do much for it. Get a little harder. Yeah, it's about the same. 2, there's your low spot. High's over there. Oh, the high spot moved a little. It's back to the old high spot. So the high spot moved, but the amount of air did not move. So just hit a little harder. If all else fails, hit it harder. That moved it. She moved. Oh yeah, that moved a bunch. Two and a half, 3 out now. Probably 3 out. The concussion wave moved it up more than we moved it down. It got worse in the spot where we're not hitting on it. So it's coming up, not down. But we went back to the old high spot. Alright, so beating on it does not seem to be affecting it too much. Hit on a little harder. Okay. Drop my tools. It's definitely bent because it's not moving. It's not rolling. Okay, what do we got this time? Doesn't seem to be helping it any. 3, it's a solid 3 out now. Alright, so it's not breaking. It's not bending either, so. I'm going to go with a hydraulic press and put a little pressure on it. I don't want to put too much pressure on it though, just a little. I'm going to bend it over here. It's more in one single spot instead of double like it was. Okay, I'm in that spot right there, which is the high spot. Three tons.